Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently in the process of taking over what used to be, or perhaps what should have been, the Mongol Empire. And we're making fantastic progress on that. We took over almost this entire empire last episode, but it's mostly because people were willing to be vassalized. So that's the thing. We are currently wildly over our vassal limit, and we need to do something about that. Let's go ahead and take defensive negotiations, since that's literally the only perk we can take. Oh, Patriarch was available. You know what? We can reset our perks. And I'm going to go ahead and do that because of Groomed to Rule. Let's go ahead and do it. Can only be done once in a lifetime, and we gain a bunch of stress. Yes. We're going to go ahead and grab all of these. And we're going to grab all of these. And we're going to grab a bunch of these. Like so. Fantastic. And that gets us our Groomed to Rule points going in twice. So that's fantastic. Okay. So we need to deal with this vassal limit issue, right? That is for sure. We do have too few spouses. I don't know that we necessarily care about that. We're 63 and we're going to die fairly soon, likely this episode. We should plan for that. Let's actually go ahead and ransom our prisoners quick. There we go. And let's start working on creating some of these titles. We're going to create the Kingdom of Mongolia. And that goes de jure to this lady, and we will grant her that title. Now, most of the characters up here, they have protected they've protected religious exemptions, so we can't demand their conversion because of their feudal contract, at least until we get a hook. And that'll be fine. We can transfer this vassal over, and so we shall. How are we doing now? We're only 3 direct vassals above, so that's fantastic. That did a very, very good job there. That did 15 direct vassals. So we're going to grant this guy the kingdom here. And that's a castle holding. We need to look into that Thakana. This guy we can't demand conversion on either. And we're good now. So that's fantastic. We're going to keep these titles around for next life unless we have to create them as a quick prestige farm. Okay. So there's that good to go. Now, where is this Thakana that we hold? I believe it is this one? No, that's the one that we're supposed to hold. we can find it more easily by going to, say, this guy, and going to grant titles, show only recent titles. This Thakana is the one that we want to hand out. Okay, so that is up over here. And we will grant that to someone who is the correct religion and culture. Fantastic. We're now above our vassal limit again, and so we will just go ahead and create a duchy over here. And we will grant it to this gentleman, who is not actually in our territory. Okay. This is a kingdom level title? Sure. We'll give it to her. She can deal with it. Excellent. So that solves that small issue. What is this war? Okay, that's irrelevant to us. That is completely and totally irrelevant. We are going to want to take all of this territory over here that we can. Now, this gentleman is in a war, but he would likely be willing to accept vassalage. Honestly, likely same with this guy. They are both feudal, so yeah, that'll be a thing. Yeah, we'll just donate to charity. It's not like we care about our cash. So these guys over here are clan. This one's feudal, so we might be able to get him in here. Minus 95. Let's toss him some cash and see if that changes his mind. It doesn't. Okay, so we're going to have to fight him. Your clan, you're feudal. He's currently at war. Both of these are at war. And both of these are clan. Okay, So I think we're probably just going to go ahead and attack every single one of these right now. Seize all de jure lands. Seize all de jure lands. This is going to be super cheap with seize all de jure. Just checking if that's cheaper than forced vassalization, and it is. Wonderful. So we are, of course, going to take all of this. Absolutely no problem here. Okay, we have declared war on approximately the known universe up here. We're going to let these guys fight it out. They're almost done with their war, so that should be fine. Do we need any more than just our men-at-arms here, honestly? I kind of think we don't. So fantastic. We'll get started on that. There was a holy order that was raised against us, so that's 12k troops over here. Fine. Let's go ahead and raise up additional troops here. And how many are we going to raise? Well, probably somewhere around 10k. I think that'll be fine. We won't need any more than that. There's 4k, 6k, 8k. Fantastic. In we go. We're going to get started here. And it's not like we're going to struggle with this in any reasonable way. Any meaningful way, I guess I should say. Our men-at-arms will be gathered very shortly here. And in they go. Fantastic. Will that stack wipe? I don't know. It might. No, not quite. That's okay. It doesn't need to. This siege will be done incredibly quickly. And there we go. That war is done. We will enforce. Fantastic. We're going to walk up over here next. And we're just going to take all of these simultaneously. A faction targeting us has disbanded. We can host a feast. We're going to go ahead and do that to reduce our stress, at any rate. Welcome, friends. Excellent. So, I mean, this guy, he's not going to live too much longer. I do actually expect that he dies this episode. And then this man will take over. That'll be fine. Are we paused? Yeah, we're paused, actually. Okay, I was going to be like, why is it taking so long for that siege? But it auto-paused for that event. Okay. So we are now above our vassal limit again. We will deal with that after this war. This is not, of course, shocking. We did just finish promoting culture, and let's continue doing that. We have a very large, sprawling empire at this point. There's no doubt about it. Well, we just finished grabbing ourselves a claim over here. And how many do we have again? I can't remember how many claims we have on this guy. It's a lot. But it seems like we needed a couple more. So let's see here. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have a couple more over here, don't we? We have a claim on this full duchy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello, pause menu. And we want to do this number. So I think that's 8, 9, 10. 11, and we needed 15. So let's go, I think, here. Reason being, I want to continue being able to roll on this particular duchy. So that should be fine. We'll keep that going, and we'll come back to that in a little while. That actually didn't finish this war. Slightly shocking, but I guess it's because this guy has 2 counties. So we're going to head up over here, no problem. And finishing this battle should finish the war. We shouldn't even have to siege. They're all just chilling in their capital, and that's super, super convenient for us. I like it. So that is fantastic. Of course, we have about 150 years left here, so we're making great progress on this, actually. We are expanding faster than I expected us to be able to. The next question, of course, is can we hold this? That is the next question. And we'll find out. We should be able to, though, realistically. So that's this war over, and we're going to immediately start wandering on over here while we enforce those demands. Fantastic. We're now 2 direct vassals above, which does reduce our taxes and levies, and that's not great, so we are going to want to fix that small issue. But for now, this will be fine. Let's see here. We're going to have to fight the Byzantine Empire fairly extensively to take Khazaria. That's okay. We can definitely do that. We are definitely getting super, super close here. We only need 4 additional empire titles. Actually 5. The Persian Empire we technically don't have yet. We now have cancer, and therefore we are, of course, dying. We're going to send for a physician. We don't really care necessarily about death, but we'd prefer not to die at this exact moment. Okay. This would be an awkward moment to die. Okay. We're a eunuch, and we're wounded, but we have greatly reduced disease symptoms. That's good. Unfortunately, we're still near death. But the cancer should go away, right? No, the cancer did not go away. Okay. I feel like this might call for extreme measures. Which is deeply unfortunate. We're going to walk away here and hope that we get away in time. We need to put down our troops right now, which is really, really awkward. I definitely wasn't counting on getting cancer during this war. We have to keep walking away here. And it's going to take a long time to re-raise these troops. I'm aware of that. 2 years to return home. But it must be done. Why? Because we have to declare on this guy. Otherwise, we lose all of these claims if we die. We have to do it. Now, he has a good amount of troops. So how are we going to handle this? Well, I'll tell you how we're going to handle this. We're going to handle this by raising our troops way back here. Raise all here. And we're going to need somewhere around probably 70,000 troops over here. So that's fine. We're going to raise those. And this should include the men-at-arms. It'll take time for the men-at-arms to get there. A long time for the men-at-arms to get there. But yep, that's what we were expecting. And that right there, that's why we pushed these claims when we did. Okay. First things first. This guy, we need to send him a gift. Although, hang on a moment. Diplomacy. Okay. We're going to go for Majesty Focus. We do need a Chancellor, and this guy will do the trick. We want our most qualified, powerful vassals right now. This guy would actually be a better Marshal, and we'll put him in there. For our Steward... You're really bad at the job, sir. We're going to put this guy in. There we go. And then for our Spy Master... This guy's not great, but we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to send a gift to this guy for 47 opinion. That'll get him mostly endorsing us. We can host a feast, and we definitely will. We are currently above our domain limit. So we need to find a wife with a large amount of stewardship, like this. We are related, unfortunately. You'll work. Okay. And yeah, we're not surprised that we're going to have dangerous factions here. Okay, she then becomes our primary spouse. And gets switched ideally over to manage domain. There we go. So no longer do we have a problem there. We now have our 70,000 troops. In fact, we have 90,000 here. We're going to send these guys on over. That should be a sufficient quantity of troops that the quality doesn't matter. Then we're going to come up here, and we're going to raise up our other troops. And they're going to start attacking up over here. However, we're also going to come up here. Actually, we're going to stop gathering here. We're going to come up here and raise all men-at-arms. And then we're going to do raise all here. Okay. Something like that. Now, there's ticking war score against us in all of these. I'm aware of that. We're going to need to come down here, and we're going to need to deal with these factions. Let's let this recalculate. Okay. Noted. So there's a Liberty faction and an Independence faction. This man is definitely someone we want on our side. We're going to send him a gift for 43 opinion. And that's about all we can do. We can, however, arrange a marriage with him. And we should. Okay. So we'll do that. Excellent. That will disband that Independence faction. Now, a new one will be formed. And then there's this gentleman. That is related. Okay, awkward. Half-brother? I mean, we don't care about him being related. Sure. That'll work. So that'll pull this guy out of the faction in theory. Right? Did I do that wrong? I may have. Oh, we can just negotiate an alliance with him now. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do so. That disbands the Liberty faction for now. We're going to call a hunt. Excellent. How are things going over here? We need to get moving on this war, of course. We only have 4,000, 5,000. Okay. We're going to need to continue to wait on that. Both of these should head up over here. Okay. So we're making our way in over here. We have a good number of troops, but they have low quality. This is not shocking. 9% chance of death. You know what? We're just going to take Friend of Animals. Fantastic. So we're not surprised that there's a new Independence faction up. What can we do with this man? No valid characters. Okay. That would work. Fantastic. So we'll get that underway. We return home reinvigorated. And they're going to continue coming on in over here. That's wonderful. So the factionalism will continue. We're going to continue fighting this lad over here. Okay, no problem. We're going to come up here and continue to fight. We gained a level of devotion. That's great. We're going to continue working on that. We're going to get a lot from fighting this guy. Unfortunately, I believe we'll be capped at 50% for this particular war, which is not tremendously helpful. Oh, but there is a basis for a claim here. Okay. We're going to go up with this force right now and start working on this guy. If he comes in with this unit, I think we still win. So we're going to do that. We're gaining levels of fame. That is very, very good. This is a good fame and prestige farm. Do we catch this guy? No. We're going to probably come over here and slow siege, although slow sieging is not the greatest concept right now, if I'm honest. So that's something that we need to think about. But this succession was an awkward timing. because we had to push the claim before we died. I do not regret putting our troops down, but it definitely slowed us down. So we'll grab this with a slow siege, and it'll have to be fine. Yeah, 5.8 per day isn't actually that bad. Okay. Where is this guy located? He is in this army. Let's finish this siege and go after the army and hope to capture him. Okay. Off we go. Let's check in up here. This siege is going incredibly slowly. Okay. How long until our men-at-arms are here? Still 22 more months. It's definitely going to slow us down. There's no way around it. It was always going to happen. He's going to buy time over here, I guess. No, he is not. This guy's just kind of running through the mountains. I don't blame him for that. It's a decent choice. The question is, do we still catch him here? And I think the answer is yes. Okay, we have a son. Let's immediately... Ooh, he's a genius. Let's immediately put this guy onto diplomacy education. Okay. We're not going... Actually, we can educate him at a university. Let's do it. We can afford that. So we're going to fight this guy over here. We're not going to stack wipe him, but hopefully we could capture him. There's a chance of that anyway. How are we doing over here? Poorly is the answer. It's going to be another 20 months until our men-at-arms are ready to go. That's definitely a yikes. No doubt about it. Okay, so we won that battle, and that brought us up to Paragon of Virtue. We're going to make our way up over this way next. We didn't capture anybody, sadly. Okay, fabricate a claim. Do it, but we're not going to be able to do anything with it. For right now, I'm going to have this guy go on to... Religious relations is okay, I think. Actually, no, we should continue fabricating over here, shouldn't we? Yeah, we absolutely should continue fabricating over here. And so we shall. Okay, is this guy still in this army? Yes, he is. Good to know. Good to know. Man, that was awkward timing on the cancer, but, you know, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you get cancer and you're not ready for it. In fact, I believe no one is ready for cancer when they get cancer. I don't think there's anybody who's just like, you know, at this point in my life, I think I'm ready for some cancer. I don't think that happens. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's somebody that's like that, but I don't know about them. We weren't prepared for it, is my point. We were not prepared for it. So these battles are going to get slightly awkward for us because we're actually losing them. They have far fewer troops than we do, but they have the defensive terrain here, and they have men-at-arms. We don't. We're going to go ahead and retreat. That's fine. The only reason we declared this, after all... I'm a dangerous faction. Yeah, that's not surprising after we lost that battle. The only reason we declared this at all was so that we didn't end up losing all of those sweet, sweet claims. That's not very helpful at all. Let's go for a half-brother. That's not useful. That's an alliance. Okay, we'll do it. Alliance formed. Fantastic. And let's check these factions. A Liberty faction as well. Okay, so we should form an alliance with this guy if we can. He has no children or no spouses. Well, that's awkward. But we'll just go ahead and do that. That'll do the trick. So that'll disband that faction. Fantastic. This guy wants a white piece. I decline. That's not going to happen. Man, this is slow to regen our regen our men-at-arms. The siege is going to happen first, so there's that. Where are we retreating to? Yeah, that's fine. We'll regen these troops. And our men-at-arms are going to have to walk all the way down. It's certainly very awkward indeed. You know what? And that's bugged. He actually wouldn't accept a white piece. Okay. If we win this fight, which would be sketchy without our men-at-arms, we could bring our men-at-arms down over here, which would be useful. But we need to resupply here, and so we shall. So we're just going to do something like this. Okay, so we need to have like a 12k stack. 13k. Is that good enough? Not really. But yeah, we really, really do need to resupply. So we're going to take these guys up over like here. Not all of them, just these guys. Sheesh. Okay, so we'll do something like that, and then we'll split this down to around 5k. And then this unit here can head over here, and then this unit, not this unit. We'll do something like that. And then these guys can pretty much stay put. Are these guys moving? You know what? Let's just let these guys move for now. Because we need to let these guys resupply for a few months. That's what needs to happen at this exact moment. Okay. So they'll be able to mostly resupply. These guys over here won't just yet. I only intended these guys to head here, but this is fine. We'll split this in half, and we'll send these guys up over here, and split this in half, and send these guys over here. And then split this in half, and send these up over here. So we'll get that resupply underway. That'll be fine. The siege is basically done. And it will be done momentarily. Any moment now. Any moment now. Man, this is slow. And this is all because of that cancer. Insane. Absolutely bonkers. Okay, so there's that war done. We'll enforce those demands. And these guys then need to resupply. So they're going to make their way over here. And they're going to split into like 3-ish. They'll come up over here. These guys will split, and these guys will come over here. And then these guys are going to split, and they're going to come over here. And we're going to wait on the men-at-arms. Okay. Who is this guy? No. I don't want to white piece this. Although, did we inherit those claims? No. We did not inherit those claims. Okay. We cannot white piece this man. Why are there 2 units here? You should go here. There you go. Fantastic. Yes, see it done. Okay, so we are resupplying over here, and how are we doing on that resupply? It's taking some time. That'll be fine. How are we doing up here? It's taking some time. But we're resupplying. Okay, and with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in next episode. We will wrap up this very awkward situation. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.